Hello guys, welcome to another video. This one is paper 1 of May-June 2003. Let's move on to question number 1. Here we have part 1. Express 0.03 as a fraction. So pretty easy. 0.03 is 3 over. So we have 2 has to be 100. So 2 zeros. So that will be the fraction. And now part B. Express 150 as a percentage of 500. So 150. Divide by 500 times 100. So 0, 0 goes away, 0, 0 goes away, divide by 5, you have 1, 3, that will be 30. So 30% will be the answer. Now for part 2, evaluate 7 over 8 minus 7 over 10, giving you answer as a fraction in its simplest form. So the first thing we notice here is that the base are different, so we have to find the LCM by multiplying with each other. Now we cross multiply, you will have 70 minus 56. That will be 14 over 80. Okay, now you can divide by 2 to simplify. You will have 7 over 40. So that's your fraction in its simplest form. Okay, next one, part B. Evaluate this one, giving your answer as a mixed number. So first thing we have to solve this. So I'd like to expand this first. So 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 over 3 times 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7 over 2. That becomes 49 over 6. And 6 times 8 is 48. So 8. 1 remains over 6. So that will be my answer. 8, 1 over 6. Okay, now for question part 3. Evaluate this operations. So here we have divide plus multiply. We have to first do divide. 24 divided by 6 will be 4. Then do multiply. That will be 18. 4 plus 18 will be 22. Now part B, we have 0.4 times 0.02. So the first thing you do is you first multiply these numbers. 4 times 2 is 8. So here we have 2 decimal places, and here we have 1. So in total we have 3 decimal places. So 1, 2, 3. So this is your answer, 0.008. Okay, that is question number 3. Now question number 4, it says the local time in Singapore is 11 hours ahead of Trinidad. Look at the 2 clocks in the answer space. One shows the local time in Singapore. Show the local time in Trinidad on the other clock. So the time in Singapore is 11 hours ahead. 11 hours ahead. So what time is it right now in Singapore? So you know this is 6, 7, 8. So if it is 11 hours ahead, so we have, so let's say yeah, because we know that one full cycle is how much? So let's see. This is 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11. So one full cycle is 12. Is 12, right? So 12 goes back to 12, one full cycle. So basically, if he was 12 hours ahead, he will be on the same position. But now, given that it is only 11 hours ahead, you have to move by 1 back, so it becomes here. So this long one stays the same. Long arrow will be on 7. So long arrow will be on 7 here, same. And this small one, it has to move back by 1 hour. So it'll be about here. So this will be the time in Trinidad, which is 11 hours behind that of Singapore. Now for part B, it is 9:15 a.m. in Trinidad. Using the 24-hour clock, write down the local time in Singapore. So the time in Trinidad is this. Given the time in Singapore is 11 hours ahead, so plus 11, 15. And that will be what? 9 plus 11, that will be 20. The time in Singapore will be 20:15, which is 8:15 p.m. Now for part 5, factorize this one. So it is x squared. has to be x times x. Now for 12, we know that 12 can be 3 times 4, so you take 4 here, 3. For it to be minus 7, we have to do minus 3, minus 4, and for it to become minus 7. And we have to check, so minus times minus become plus, so that is good. This is your answer for part A. Now solve. This one has been factorized for you already, so you just have to equate to 0. So this one is this, so x will be minus 1, x will be 2 over 3. Okay. That is question 5. Now question number 6, express 99 as a product of its prime factors. So 9 divided by 3, you have 33. Divided by 3, you have 11. So 9 will be 3 times 11. Now for part B, find the smallest possible integer value n for which this is a multiple of 24. So let's do that. So what is 24? The factors of 24. So 24 is given by 2, 12, 2, 6, 2, 3. Right. So we have 99 as 3 times 3 times 11, and we have 24 as 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. And now we need to find the small integer n for which it is a multiple of 24. So what are we trying to look for exactly? We're trying to find a small number n for which we have the LCM we have to find the LCM for these two so that we find a difference, which is n. So let's see, what is the LCM between this and this? So LCM is what? It is 2 power 3 times 3 power 2 times 11. So compared to 99, what is missing here? So n should be what? So 3 power 2 here, good. We have 2 power 3 is missing. So basically n has to be 8. So that's the smallest value for n. Now for part 7, it is given that 5 power minus 2 times 5 power k is equal to 1. Find the value of k. So pretty easy. 5 minus 2 times 5k. Since they have the same base, we can add the top. So minus 2 plus k equal to 1. Now, how do you solve this? So usually we can change that as well if you want to. What is 1? 1 is just 5 power 0. Right, now since they have the same base, you can just do this. You will have minus 2 plus k equal to 0. K will be 2. That's the value of k. Now for part B, it is given that cube root of 7 equal to 7m. Find the value of m. So pretty easy, as we know. Cube root is just 7 power 1/3. So m is 1/3. Now question number 8, part A. Add together 37 kilograms and 40 grams. So giving you answers in kilograms. So convert 40 grams to kilograms. So we know that 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. Now 40 grams is equal to 1. So basically 40 divided by 1,000. That will be 0.04. Right. So now this is in terms of kg. You plus this one. So 37 plus 0.04. Yeah, 0.37. So your answer is 37.04 kg. Now for part B, the length of a piece of string is 0.26 meters. Correct to the nearest meter, so 1 meter. Write down in millimeters the lower bound of the length. So let's just find the bound first. So how do we find? We will first write this down, the measurement, plus minus the nearest meter. Sorry, the nearest millimeter. Okay. So then in that case we can just convert then. So we know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter, and that will be 1000 millimeters, right? So convert this. So 0.026 meters becomes, you have to multiply by 1000, so 1, 2, 3 becomes 26 millimeters. So in that case the measurement is 26 millimeters. For the upper bound you have to do 1 divided by 2, you get 26.5 or 25.5. So your answer will be 25.5. Now question number 9, we have P equal to this, Q equal to this. Expressing your answers in standard form, evaluate Q square. So Q square is just 3.2 times 10, 11. You can do that if you want to, or you can just expand to make your life, I think will make it more understandable for you, is this times this, right? If you want to. It's not a big deal. You can do that if you want to. You can just bring in the power if you want to as well. So the main thing will happen is that. So let's just do here. It will become 3.2 this times 10, 22. So now we have to solve this. So what is 3.2 times 3.2? So this is 4 and 6, 0, 6, 9. So we have 2 decimal place, becomes here. It becomes 1024 times 10 power 22. Now in standard form becomes 1.024 times 10 power of 23. So this is your answer for part 1. And for part B, we have P divided by Q. So P is 3.2 times 10 power 11 divided by 8 times 10 power minus 4. So you can first divide these two. So 8 goes away. We have 0 here. That will be 0.4 for it to be 32. Now we have to solve this part. So 10 power 11 divide is minus, so 10 power 11 minus 4, that will be 0.4 times 10 power of 15. So now to standard form, that will be 14. So 4 times 10 power 14. Now question number 10, we have 3 vectors a, b and c. Part A, express 2a plus b. So 2a is 2 times a will be minus 4 and 8 plus b minus 3, 2. That become minus 7 and 10. This will be. And now part B, given that the vector c is parallel to the vector a, calculate the value of u. So pretty easy. So it says that c is parallel, has a multiple to a. That's what it means, parallel. Now you write c here. U 10 equal to m a is minus 2, 4. Now we expand. You have u equal to minus 2m. Then we have 10 equal to 4m. So first let's find the value of m. M will be 10 divided by 4, which is 5 over 2. Now using this value of m, find the value of u. So continue here. U will be minus 2 times m, which is this, which is minus 5. So u is minus 5. Now part 11, we have to solve this simultaneous equation. So you have 2 choices. One is elimination and one is substitution. So I have y here already. Let me just express y as the subject of formula. Becomes this minus this. Now replace this back in this one. You will have 2x minus 3 y, which is this, equal to minus 23. Now we expand. You have 2x minus 12x plus 27 equal to minus 23. Now for this, it becomes minus 10x equal to minus 23 minus 27, which is minus 50. So x will be 5. Now y will be 4 times 5 is 20, minus 9, that will be 11. X is 5, y is 11. So question number 12 now. 5 items bought at a shop are shown on the receipt. So we have apples, roll, water, cheese, tomatoes. So here we don't know what is apple, right? We don't know what is apple, but the rest become this one. How much did the apple cost? So we have to do one by one. So this one is 2.84, and this one is 2.55. And if you add those two, what do you get? 5 plus 5 is 9. Sorry, 5 plus 4 is 9. This one will be 3, 1, 5. So what is the difference now? 590 minus 539. So difference will be 90 cents minus this. You will have 51, 0.51 cents. Now that is part A. Now for part B, the total cost of 590 when converted to euros is 680 euros. Okay, that's the conversion. So 590 becomes 680 euros. Now using these totals, draw a graph on the axis in your answer space which will enable you to convert dollars to euros. Okay, so let's do that. So we have one point here that we have. So on the dollar line, on the euro, it is 6.8 and the dollar is 5.90. So the reason why I choose X for the euros is because it is on the X and this is on the Y, right? So as we know, one point that we have anyways is that if you have $0, you have 0 euros. So we have 2 points, we can plot them. The first point is here, 0, 0. And then we have 6.8, 5.9. 6.8 will be here, and 5.9 will be right here. So this is the point. So let's join these two as a straight line, so we can have this line for conversion rates. Okay, so that is your answer for this one. Now part 2, use your graph to estimate the cost of the water in euros. So what is the water? Water is $120. So pretty easy. You go to 120 here, that will be 120 is here. So now you have to show your work. You have to draw a line across and cut the curve and show the corresponding value. For euros, that will be 140. So the cost is 140 euros according to the graph. Let's move on to question 13. We have part 1, solve the equation. Solve is mean find the value of x. So here we can cross multiply. You will have 5 equal to 4x plus 4, 4x equal to 1, x becomes 1 over 4. That is your answer. Now for part B, solve the inequality. We have to find y. So 7 minus y is less than 9. So minus y is less than 2. Y is more than minus 2. So that is your answer for this one. So part C, write down the least integer value z for which z is more than minus 4. So the least integer value will be the next value, which is, so more than minus 4, it has to be minus 3. Okay, so question number 14, we have a circle here. The points A, B, C, D, E lie on the circle with diameter are AC. AC is your diameter. Okay. Now what else do we know now? We know that EB it meets and AC meets at the point F. Okay. So these two are vertically opposite, which means this one is also 65. But anyways, let's go to the next part. So GA is a tangent to the circle at A. So GA, this is 90, GA. And what else do we know? So this is 90 because tangent to the circle, and we know these two angles. So part 1, calculate GAE. So GAE, so find this angle here. So to find this, we need to first find this one. So to find this one, as we know, we can see we have AEDC is a quad on the circle, which means this angle and this angle are complementary. They add up to 180. So this angle will be 180 minus 128, which is 7, 10, 2, 5. So 52 is this one, which means this one will be 90 minus 52. That will be 38. So GAE will be 38 degrees. Now part B, AEB. So AEB, so find this angle. So pretty easy. This one is vertically opposite. This one will be 65. And this one will be the third angle of a triangle, so 180. Minus 52, that will be 128. Minus 65, that will be 63 for the value of AEB. That is question 14. Now question 15, the lines x plus y equal to 2 and x minus 3y equal to 6 are shown in the diagram in the answer space. So as you can see, this is the line that is given to us. So now let's label the lines, right? The first line here, as you can see, this one is basically 3y equal to x minus 6. The gradient is positive, means the line is going up, right? So here we have only one line going up, which is this one. So this one is 3y equal to x minus 6. And this one will be the other one, which is x plus y equal to 2. Okay, so find the gradient of this line. Pretty easy. Express in this form. So 3y equal to x minus 6. So y will be 1 over 3 x minus 2. So the gradient will be 1 over 3. Now for part B, on the diagram in the answer space, shade the region defined by the inequalities. So for the first one, it is less than this one, so it has to be below this line. And for this one, it is less than 6, it has to be below this line as well. So below, and the last one is this one. So basically x equal to minus 1 will be a vertical line here. And it has to be on the right hand side. So your answer will be this area here. According to this question. So let's try again. Less than this, so less than this will be below this line, and less than this below this line, and on the right side. So you'll have this region. That is question 15. Okay, now question part 16. State the order of rotational symmetry of a regular decagon. So it has 10 sides. So 10, rotational symmetry of 10. So part B, write down those letters of the word ambulance which have a vertical axis of symmetry. So of those letters, which one has vertical symmetry? So we have A, which is vertically similar, because if you cut A into half, it reflects over each other. M as well. B no, U yes, L no, A again. Then we have N no, C no, any. So all this letters no. So B doesn't work. It's M. So A, M, B, U, L no, A yes, and C. So these four letters have vertical axis as their line of symmetry. Now for part C, A and B are 2 points in the space which are 10 centimeters apart. So basically A and B are 10 centimeters apart. Describe fully the locus of points in 3 dimensions that are 3 centimeters from the line which starts from A and ends at B. So let's think. So we have a point A here, we have a point B here, and they are 10 centimeters apart, right? And now we have a locus in 3 dimensions that are 3 centimeters from the line which starts from A and ends at B. So it can be anywhere 3 centimeters. So let's say this is 3 dimensions, right? And now this is my line AB. Because this is in 3D, it's a bit different. So the line is 3 centimeters from the line AB. So let's say this is 3 centimeters. So let's say this is another pen. This is 3 centimeters from this line. It will be like this, this. So you can go, basically you can go around by being 3 centimeters around the line AB. So in that case you have a cylinder, right? So exactly. So basically the locus of points is a cylinder of radius 3 centimeters and height 10 centimeters. So this will be the locus of points. It will be a locus of points in the 3D dimensions. Now question number 17. A function is defined by f of x is this. Given that f of k is k, find the value of k. So pretty easy. So f of k is what? That will be 3k plus 4 equal to k. So that will be 2k equal to minus 4. K will be minus 2. Value of k is minus 2. Now for part B, find the inverse of f. Pretty easy. First let y equal to f of x, which is 3x plus 4. Then make x the subject of formula. You have this. X becomes this over 3. So from this we have inverse of x, which is in terms of x. That will be x minus 4 over 3. That will be your answer for f inverse. Now question number 18 we have, in a group of language students, 24 studied Spanish, 23 studied French, and 15 studied German. Now we have 12 studied Spanish and English, 10 German and French, 6 Spanish and German, 4 studied all the 3 languages. So by drawing a Venn diagram, or otherwise, who studied? Okay, so pretty easy, let's do that. So here we have 3 sets. So we have 3 sets. So the first set is Spanish, French, and German. So we start with the lowest here. So 4 is all the 3 languages. Then we will go up. 6 studies Spanish and German. So Spanish and German, 6 is this one. So this one will be 2. 6. 10 studied German and French. So 10 is this 2. So 10 will be this. So this is only 6. Then we have 12. 12 that will be Spanish and French. So 12 minus 4 is 8. Now the next one is this one. 15 studied German. So this will be 15 here. So here will be only 3. 23 studied French. So here is 23. So we have 18. 23 minus 18, that will be 5. And the last one here is 24 studied this. So we have 14. So 10 remains. Okay. Now question here is both Spanish and French, but not German. Spanish and French, but not German will be only 8. Only one language, you have this, this, and this, which is 18. Studied only one language. Now part B. The set A consists of points whose coordinates x and y are given by this thing right here. Now the points in the set B are given by this. These are the points in set B. This is x, y, x, y, x, y, x, y, x, and y, right? This is your point, this is your set B. So part 1, find the number of elements in set B. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 elements. Now this one, find A intersection B. So let's see what are the elements are in A that may be in B. So let's try first. So A for x equal to 0. So if x was equal to 0, what's the value of y? Will be 1. And then what else? If the value of x was to be 1, so 1, that would have been 3. And if the value of x would have been 2, that would have been 5. And the value would have been 3, that would have been 7. So it keeps going on, but the one that is matching is only this one here and this one. So only these two are inside of the set, which is 0, 1 and 2, 5. Now question number 19, here we have the vertices of a square A, B, C, D lie on a circle of radius r. So we have A, B, C, D is a square and the radius is r. So if you join this together here as well, you will see that this is also equal to r, and since this is a square, this will be 90 degrees. Okay, so question part 1 is that show that the length L is equal to this one. So pretty easy. As you can see, we have a right angle triangle here. So to find the line L, that will be using the Pythagoras theorem. So L square is equal to R square plus R square, which is 2R square. So L will be square root of 2R square, which is square root of 2 times R, which is R square root of 2, as shown here. So shown as required. Now for part B, it says by comparing the perimeter of the square and the circumference of the circle, or otherwise show that this is less than this. So pretty easy. So what do we know? We know that the arc A, so let's just use otherwise, just much easier, why not? So we know that the length of arc AB is more than the line AB. So let's find the arc AB. So arc AB is equal to the angle, which is 90 over 360, times 2 pi r. That will be 1 over 4. So 1, 4. That will become 1, 2. So pi r over 2. The arc AB is pi r over 2. And as we know, AB is given by this one. Right. So we know that the arc AB is more than the line L, which means the line L is less than this. So L is what? L is r root 2 is less than arc AB, which is pi r over 2. Now if you want to get rid of r, both sides goes away. So we have this one right here. So shown as required. Now for part C, pretty easy. What special kind of numbers is square root of 2 and pi? They are irrational numbers. Okay, that is question 19. Now question 20, we have expand and simplify. So expand, the first one will be x cubed plus x squared plus x minus x squared minus x minus 1. So this goes away. So you will have x cubed minus 1. So x cubed minus 1 will be this one. Now for part B, factorize this one. As you can see, x is common here for those two. So x out, a minus b. And here we have minus 3y. So a minus b remains. So this and this are the same. So we take it out. Becomes x minus 3y. That is your factorization for part 20. Now question number 21, we have this shape. It says two vertical posts of the same height stand on a flat ground. They have the same height. The distance between the posts is d centimeters. Now When a wire of length W is suspended between the posts, the sag in the middle is S centimeters. As you can see here, the length of the wire is W centimeters. Now it says the sag is given by this formula, right? Now part A, find the sag when D, so find the value of S when D equal to 800 and W is 803 minus 800 divided by 8. So this will be 2400 times 3 divided by 8. So 1, that will be 300, which is square root of 900, which is 30. So the value of S will be 30. Now for part B, we have what? Express W in terms of D and S. So make W the subject of formula. So here we have S equal to square root of 3D W minus D over 8. So first thing, we send this one over here, it'll become X squared. Then we have 3D minus D over 8. Then we cross multiply. You will have 8S squared becomes 3D W minus T. Now we can bring this one here. W minus T becomes 8S squared divided by 3D. Now W becomes 8S squared 3D plus D. So this will be your answer for part 21. Now question number 22 here, it is given that sine of 30 equal to 0.5 and cos of 30 is 0.866. So part A, write down the value of cos 50. So as you can see, 50 will be in this quadrant, which is negative for cos, right? So this will be, if this is 150, this will be 30. So basically cos of 50 is equal to minus cos of 30 minus 0.866. So cos of 60 is the same as sine of 90 minus 60, which is sine of 30, which is 0.5, as here. Because these two are complementary angles, we have to know that cos of theta is equal to sine of 90 minus theta, and sine of theta is equal to cos of 90 minus theta. So we have to know these two. Given that this is less than 90, this is acute, we have these two angles are complementary to each other. So now for part B, it says a triangle has sides of 6 and 5 and the angle in between is 150. Find the area of triangle. So pretty easy. One side here, one side here. The angle here is 150 and one side is 6, one side is 5. So this line form a triangle. How would you find the area of triangle? You will do half sine of 150 times 6 times 5. As you know, 150 is here, is also equal to 30. This is 150. So sine of 150 is also equal to sine of 30. And here sine is positive, so this remains positive. So half sine of 30, it is given to us as 0.5. So 0.5 times 6 times 5. So simplify, you will have 1 over 4 because this is also half. Half is 1 over 4 times 30 divided by 2. You will have 15, and then 7.5 will be your area. 7.5, and this is minus 0.866 and 0.5. Okay, so this is question number 22. Question number 23, here we have vectors. So we have OP as P, we have OQ as Q, OR as R. Okay, so we have these three vectors. Now the midpoints of PQ, QR is E and F. These are the midpoints of this line and this line. Okay, so basically they are the ratio of 1 to 1. Now, part 1, express as simply as possible in terms of POQ P. So what is P? So find this one. So to find P, we first have to find PQ. So PQ will be POQ. So will be minus P plus Q. So P will be half of that. So half of minus P plus Q. Now will be your P. You can expand if you want to, but you don't need to. So that will be half plus half Q. Right. That is part 1. And part 2 here, OE. OE will be OP P. So OE will be OP plus PE. OP is P plus PE is this one. Becomes half P plus half Q. Right, so this one is here for OE. Now for part B, hence write down OF. OF is what? OF is this line. So usually when say hence, you have to use the same method here for it to say hence. So it will be the same as this, as you can see. So OF will be half. So here is P. P is this one. It needs to be half of R plus half of Q. That will be same like this. So hence, it will be like this. Now find EF. EF is EF. So pretty easy. EO, OF. EO is, we have OE, so EO will be minus this plus OF is half of R plus half of Q. This one cancels out. You will have minus half of P plus half R for EF. Now the part D says write down the two facts about EF and PR. So where's EF? So EF is given by minus half P plus 1 over 2R. If you take out half, you will have minus P plus R. Right, this is EF. And what is PR? PR is given by PR. So PR will be PO, OR. PR is minus P plus R. Now if you compare, it will be like this. You can see that the inside are the same. So one fact is these two are in the same direction. They are parallel to each other. And then it is twice. Since the ratio is half to 1, it means that PR is twice the length of EF. So first one is EF is parallel to PR. That's the first one. And then since the ratio, as you can see, it's half to 1. So half to 1. If you multiply 2, you have 1 to 2. Basically, the length of PR is twice the length of EF. So PR is twice, 2 times EF. Okay, these are two facts about this one. Now let's move on to the next question. Question number 24. Here we have a speed time graph of a cyclist during the first 90 seconds of a race. Now question part A, calculate the acceleration of the cyclist during the first 10 seconds. As you know, when we have a speed time graph, the acceleration is the gradient of the triangle. So first 10 seconds is this, and the triangle is, as you can see, is this. This is a triangle. It's a right angle triangle. So the gradient is always the height divided by base. So the base is 10, and the height is here, which is 11. So that will be 11 by 10, which is 1.1. So 1.1 will be the acceleration in the first 10 seconds. Now for part B, calculate the distance traveled by the cyclist in the first 90 seconds. So basically find the area on the graph for this shape. So here we have a few shapes. Here we have 3 parts, as you can see. This one is a rectangle, so let's find this one. This distance here is 50, length times width. This will be, it is right here, which is 11, 12, 13, which is 0 and then 65, 650 for this one. How about this one? This one becomes half sum of both sides. One side here is 11 plus 13 times the height in between is 30. If you simplify, you will have, here will be 24. That will be 12 times 30, which is 360 for this part. And this one will be area of triangle. Half times base is 10 times height is 11. So that will be 55. So now for distance travel, you have to add every part, 55 plus 360 plus 650. So let's do this here, part B. So area on the graph will be, first part is 55 plus 360 plus 650. So this plus this will be 5 is 5, 1 and 4 plus this. So these two will be 5, 6 and 10. So distance travel will be 1065 meters. Now for the last part here, we have to now calculate the time taken for the cyclist to travel 1 kilometers. So 1 kilometers here is just 1000 meters. So for it to travel 1000 meters, it has to be in this section, right? Because these two only is 415, so these two together is only 415, right? So for it to become 1000, it has to travel an extra of, so 1000 minus 415, that will be what? Let's see. So here we have 9, that will be 10, 9, 10. That should be 5, 8, and 5. So you have to travel an extra of 585. So have to travel extra of 585 in this section. We know that this whole area here is 650. The height will be the same, just the base has to change. So we don't know the width, so sorry, the length, we don't know the length, which is the time, times height is the same, equal to 585. For it to become 1000, so the L will be 585 divided by 13. Let's see how much that will be. So 13, that'll be 1. So let's do it here, we have more space. So 585 divided by 13. So for the first part, 58. So let's say 13 times 1 is 13. 13 times 2 is 26. 13 times 3 is 39. 13 times 4 is what? Plus 13 here, you will be 2. 52. And then 13 times 5 is 65. As you can see, for the first part here, 58, it is right here. So you have 4 here, and 6 will be remaining. 65, that will be 5. So 45 will be your answer for the length. Now L is 45, which means 45 from this point. So 40 plus 45 will be 85. So basically, it will take him 85 seconds to travel this 1 km. That is question 24. Let's move on to 25. The number of goals scored in 20 football matches were given here. Now complete the table in the answer space below. So you can use tally marks. We have 5. 5 is here. 0, 5, 4. We have 1, 0 again. 5, 5. We have 1, 3, 4, 5, 0, 0, 5, 5. We have 3, 2, 5, and 4. Okay, now let's count. So first 1, 0 is 4 here. Here we have 2. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 8. Right. Now part 2. Using the axes in the space below, represent as a bar chart. So pretty easy. So let's draw some bar charts here. So we have a few groups. We have 0 up till 5, right? So we have how much distance here? Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have enough space for all of them. So let's try. For the first one will be our 0 will be 4. That's 4, 0. And then we have, this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This is for 1. 1 is 2. And we have 2 as 1. Then we have 3. 3 as 2. Then we have 4 as 3. It's 4, 3. And then we have 5 as 8. This will be 5. This will be 5. Okay, I feel like my bar chart looks like a histogram. You can always draw them differently, space them in between as well to form a bar chart. So it just needs to be labeled, and the height needs to be accurate, right? Now for part B, state the median. The median is half the values. So what is in between the values? Half of the number of goals per match, that will be between the +1, sorry, that will become 21 divided by 2. That will be 10.5. So before 10.5 we have 10, and after we have 11. So what is the 10th and the 11th value? So here we have 4, 6, 6. If you add these two, it will be 7. That will be 9. And that will be 10, 11, 12 will be here. So the median value will be 4 goals. Now part C, we have to calculate the mean number of goals. The mean number of goals. So we have the frequency and frequencies here, and the number of goals. So we can find the fx basically. It's this times this, this times this. So let's see. So let's call this x. This is f. So find fx. 4 times 0 is 0. 2 times 1 is 2. 2, and this is 6. This is 12, and this is plus 5. That will be 13. Now if you add everything together, you will have 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 plus 12 is 22. 22 plus 13, that will be 35. Now this is for everything, so you have to find the mean. As you know, mean is is the sum of fx divided by number of matches. That will be 35 divided by 20, which is about, let's say divide by 2, you have 10. That will be 17.5, so that will be 1.75 for the mean number of goals. Okay, so that was question number 25. That was the last question of this paper. I hope that was somewhat helpful, and as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys soon.